Me mobi bia kwaba eba Melodies TV so. Say and me hu a new poll from the Ashanti region on election, how currently as it stands, how people are going to vote. And so far it looks like say votes no maintain the NDC is going to win the elections. Because here name say if NDC gets over 20% in Ashanti region every single timer, Ayana omu win the election. What you say? And so far no here, NDC has way over 20% in Ashanti region, and then Baumia has, I think, 60 something percent. MPP Amayati says so munya 80% in Ashanti region and be winning. And currently the polls nature said they'll get just 60 something percent. But surprisingly, right? Alan Chamantin and as a war hard in Ashanti region, he has, I think, over 10%, close to 10% Ashanti region. And my mama said that I say MPP allowing Alan Chamantin to leave, no, it will worry them, but they are not going to see it now. They are going to see it here to abawie. Now, I'm try some of the Alan Chamantin, the numbers na can one dear one. That's when you realize, say, yee, Alan Chamantin has a mean, and say, you handle ni ye. Now, a lot of people have also said, Ocean and Saint Cheddar in some of our bonds in Mekane, and now we register the party, no, and I easy, no, yeah, then the dad said the party, no, young person be registering and Zimbabwe. A lot of people are saying, say, in fact, Alan Chamantin and Casano co-independent, and Grofo can say, well, you can decide to go independent, but say we name ebe shoe or ballot paper national. That's a different thing. So a lot of people have this perception, say, MPP for ebe realize, say, Cheddar, Alan Chamantin, and Grofo we near free Ashanti region. And he probably ebi a wombe how more MPP for, so they will liaise with the EC, so that EC no MP man Grofo we appear or ballot papers no eso. That's what a lot of people think. Okay, one of the ways Ankrofo feels say the MPP are going to manipulate the election. And no. People have that thought. We are going to read the credentials. Nagana for will be etie. It is a whole supporting our being a Lanchemati and a Cheddar. And was say we and a etre say obi a passia. And was say nim issue or ballot paper so. It is also supporting Alan and a Cheddar no more nyama we are. And was say Omunim enshu atiasie. Intino, the following are the key criteria for presidential candidates. 1. The forms must be signed by candidates. Matese yese by next month to say forms no beba bontia na ya mo assign. Inti yese or say forms no omo ankasa na sign. Inti se Alan Chamantin forms no wonim no koma host na do na sign ma no. Ana koma obi fufuru na sign forms ma na dia ni tibete. Or say wono a na sign forms no. I say forms must be signed by 2 registered voters in every district. 432 valid endorsements required. Aside say you best sign forms no. District be a Ghana biano. I was say Nkrofo a wo register mienu. And they sign mamo. I sign the forms so. And I know say we ya denga. Nyama be saying a very simple ma the NDC and the MPP because every district they have a rep. What you say, omo chairman, omo executive, say every single district in this country. But for people like a Cheddar, any Alan Chamantin and the likes, no. Well, I mean Ghana district, me now man Crawford too, assigning all over the districts in Ghana. I'm not sure say bedding, but say ebia. Forms no mo be protecting na etumi akọ district ni na asanso aba bedru asomdwe mu no eno ne 70 no I mean they should make sure say 2 registered voters in every single district in this country 2 I was all signing into 432 valid people and I was say endorse it. The issue with this and say ebia wu 3 mu no obi a wo valid voter I endorse am later obekwa ko submit it. You between last minute ya baba catch so assume si bia was sign ye we bia ya kwakọbọ constituency bia na district B wo kra na nwuhye de nim din no assume si was sign wo ho no ya check ehun ne say nipa kwa no onye valid voter e ho na bo nse waso be hye nti omo make sure say obi a wo be sign bia ye valid voter omo make sure because it's easy ati and I mean I say one voter cannot endorse more than one presidential candidate. Inti no what ya say nti sebe se obi ewo Tema West na wasign ama ebi a cheddar, that same person to me nko sign ma Alan Tremantin. Inti make sure so omo sign ne nso no omo endorse ne nso no omo ye nkrofo bi a omo endorse mu obi adedada ana obi a endorse ama NDC a onto me member endorse Emma MPP. What ya say? Sa ade we no senior maka na ya na NDC ni MPP na nhye da anye issues emomo. Now, as a vice president nominee must be named and must meet constitutional requirements for the office of vice president. Inti Alan Tremantin so far, I'm not sure say we born a vice president, but I would want to believe say One Abu Sakara and I shall say Eko as vice. Inti no, you see, I was a vice president no, edin na I was one also emiti a year requirements. Inti cheddar or vice president, I was a bonidin. Properly filled forms must be delivered to the returning officer on or before the date appointed for receipt of nominees. Mu ya, mo fill forms te we no, mo make sure say time na yama mo no mundi so. Mo nkonko yes say time na ba be pa ho na afi akwakoda ne nse bebre ne yem pese ye be dabi. Also forms should be submitted in quadruplicates. Forms should be submitted in quadruplicates. Now, the forms should include properly attested statutory declarations stating that candidate has provided accurate details to the commission, has met all the requirements, and is qualified for the office of president. And then 4 pictures in accordance with dimensions and specifications in the law. Now, from set point, not say forms should be submitted in quadruplicates. Not just say form biano. You can say quadruplicate. It means 4, right? I stand to be corrected, but quadruplicate means 4. Not just a form biano. The bemano make copies 4 times. Until it should be submitted in quadruplicates. I think that's what. Just a minute. I stand to be corrected, but I think that is what quadruplicate means. Quadruplicates. Let me check. Quadruplicates. 4. Inti form bia ye de be ma obia no. Submit it in 4 forms. What you say? 4 times. What you say? Inti no. Sana also submit forms no. And then forms no properly no. I was say state or making declarations. The candidates that has provided accurate details to the commission has met all the requirements. What I say, all those things. I say forms are the amount no shesona fili bibia pepepe. Adia form na kano udin saying what udin a ubi enim troni na o official name a wo dia register o official documents tro me nkonko yibi mfim u age aye nim u age wo official documents tro so question bia forms na bi se bia no to make sure say no na wo fele me nkonko tro nsem bia later din nsem bi beba. We have 4 pictures in accordance with dimensions and specifications in the law. We are what all the passport pictures be aka na pictures no 4. Make sure say pictures 4 na yese fabra na no na fabra me nkonko ye bia senia dimensions no ebeka say be a picture na background ye ni green picture na be a 50 by 50 100 by 100 ye ebeka bia ye na sa pepe na faka. Payment of filing fees as determined by the commission. In the commission no at the filing fee nebeba bonting we are now we make it. Now say on the back of these requirements, here are the grounds on which a presidential candidate can get disqualified from contesting the elections per statutes regulating the filing of nominations. Inti isi no say ye be disqualify obi a eji se waye nyama ya ye be bubodi no ene na be ma ya disqualify ni pakro no. I say the commission may disqualify a candidate if one of these requirements is not met. For instance, the nomination form is not properly signed by the candidate. It is any back on nomination form no signing ye. Was signing ye who say o signature ye bibie wo ho a ye bibie wo ho a ye betumi disqualify. Gala be cry she. Udi agra show down pa. I say o signature ni. Signature we want sign in ye. Dabi ya disqualify. Hey. But you see one thing about sir electoral commission nyama we ni na ne say the smaller parties no and the na sa ade we area mo ati ase because untumi ga them say disqualify Mahama because ne signature wan sign ni ye because unim say unim na koye bibi sa na ebe man to kwesi Ghana inti no no say Mahama wan sign ni signature ni ye kra na on be friend we chi and as about me wan sign ni ye kra na ye be friend we chi masa sign ni ye because of unim say unim na two parties ni there o disqualify ba ko a wo isi no ti ate wa bo Ghana Jaya na enyama bi say no mi hu ne say small parties in the tire omo. Ene bi na Ekradon kokko ye ya ewe na ode be hye Mahama kon say ene Mahama na one penny ama eye that time no Charlotte say Mahama na share aka Charlotte say mo no Ekradon constant. Muni amokai yes. The Ekradon ko man be time Mahama ni na no. Now I say the statutory declaration is not properly executed. Say enyama yatro ewo forms ne so say fili no one tro ni ye one fili ni ye ebia forms ne so tre say wo ye bema na wakwa akoteke so ye oba ye betumi disqualify ati ase tro age na wakwa akotro date of birth bia ye different from the documents I was submitted ye be disqualify or say filing fees not presented in requested mode or amount. Ya catch say filing fee. Ebia 100,000 Ghana cedis. Now all the 50,000 Ghana cedis na ba. Make I say sometime be a particular one of the lesser political parties or the fees no echo share event saying Ghana must go back mo and on the presenting man the electoral commissioner Ghana force race hey. It's this time around the filing fee ni bana ebia 100,000 Ghana cedis a kona ko tia sa 100,000 Ghana cedis no na for kokko file ati ase or say less than 2 registered voters per district sign the nomination forms just for 2 every single district na afi nipa ba ko pe na utumi sign ma odia utibete utumi achi Ghana district ni na a single district utumi nya nipa mienu mpo ansani ama then what's your essence in trying to stand for an election? Also, the nomination forms are not properly signed by all the subscribing voters. And then the candidate or the designated vice president nominee does not meet the legal requirements of the nominated office. So here, presidents, your age, vice president, and so your age, any other requirements. Send you meet requirements now, and ya dear befa. You know, in some way that one on the for. Munche want your comment box ni mu. Me that say.